Hi, this is Jackie Murray with Ask a Tech Teacher. I'm your guide through these 32 lessons of the Structured Learning Technology curriculum. This is 5th grade and we're in lesson 21. This is the Google Earth Tour. This is a very fun lesson for students. It lets them go all over the world with a book they've read, history they're following, culture that they're exploring, whatever it is that you are looking at in your classroom, and see it up close through Google Earth. So they will really enjoy this. It helps them investigate very quick research, learn how to use tech tools because they go into a bunch of different pieces and then end up with a project they're very proud of. So this is a great example of technology teaching geography or geology or even history that couldn't be done without the use of a tech tool like Google Earth. It would just be almost impossible to try to do it with books or other resources is very difficult. So this, and they'd give up and you'd give up trying to find time to get it done. So this is very fun. Now you have to arrange the number of locations that would fit in the time frame you have. If you have 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever you have, so that the requirements fit in it. You can see this, we've got more than 5. It's suggested 5 here. The first one will be the hardest, and then they get easier as they go through it, because once they see how it's done, it's okay, I got that, and they can do it pretty easily. So before you start, though, review the results of the spreadsheet assessment. Point out any common problems they had with it. Open Google Earth. They've been using Google Earth since kindergarten, so they should have no problem at all using this. Now, if you have never used Google Earth before, then I'd recommend you start on a simpler project than this one. There's a lot of other ones, and if you're in that situation, I'd be happy to help you find an easier to use one that might be used to get to know the program, rather than this one where you're expected to know the program and now you're putting all of its power to use. If you don't have Google Earth because you have Chromebooks, here's a good alternative. You can also use Google Maps. You can use a different map program that you might like. Not quite as powerful as Google Earth, but they're a good alternative. Okay, so what they're going to do is find locations. They're going to create a file folder with their name in it and find these locations, add a fast fact about each location, and then have the tour ready to go. So if I'm over here and I want to create my location, I'm going to right click on my places and add a folder, and it's going to be student. It's going to be whatever the student's name is, and it goes down here, but I kind of don't want it way down there, so I'm going to drag it up to the top. Okay. And it's not always really easy to drag up, but there we did it. Okay, so now everything the student does needs to be put in this folder. So they always have to highlight it, so when they go somewhere, it ends up in that folder. So let's say they're going to go to Panama. And we'll go down here to Panama. And I don't want Pan Am. I know where Panama is, so I probably didn't need to do that. There's the Panama Canal, and that's really what I was thinking of, is right there with the Panama Canal. So I'm going to go up here and put a place mark. I'm going to personalize it so it fits me, the student. They can also add a custom icon, which would be their picture, which is what you see in the sample in the book. If you have enough time, that's a great thing to do. So I'm just going to pick this one, and I'll say OK. I can drag this around and put it wherever I want to put it. So I'm going to put it right there. And then I've got untitled place mark. I'm going to put Panama Canal. And then I'm going to put a link is saves time going around South America. And that's my detail that goes there. That you want them to have one fast fact there to go with their title. Everyone has to have that. You can see it's pretty simple. They could add an image. We don't do this stuff until middle school, or a link. We save that for middle school. Okay, so there that is. And you can see here where I can click and drag that up because I don't need all that stuff. Now I've got Panama Canal is under my student and it's right there. Now let's say that I did that wrong and I put my school here under 5th grade tour. So I'm going to click that. I can drag and drop that. And now it's under student. So the students will likely, if they don't pick where it's going to go, it's going to end up under temporary. Like all Sarah's whole tour is under temporary. And then you're going to drag and drop them up there or copy paste them up there and make sure before they leave at the end of the day that everything is where it belongs, under here, under their file folder. And then when they're done, it's going to look something like Sarah's down here. Now she's got more than 5 because that was the instructions for the class, was to have all those. So she's going to have this. And it's all of these. And if I go here, and then, and down here, it has the tour. Now it says play tour when I hover over at the tooltip. Yours could be a little different, so check out your version of Google Earth. I'm on Pro, and some of them are older, some of them are different, so just find your tour. And then when I click play, it's going to zoom in on her first location and pause there. This is all programmable for how long you want it to stay there. We're not going to have them do that in 5th grade. We'll do that in middle school. But then it goes, now I'm going to the school, and it stays there, and then it goes to the next place, the Golden Gate Bridge. Let's see if we end up going there. And then we go way up here, and it's going through her entire tour because she set it up that way. Now, let me pause that. And if I decided these were out of order, all you do is click and drag it and put it in a different location. And that's how those go. So you can see there's nothing complicated about any of these. They're just, they take time. You might want to work in groups, have students work in groups. It's up to you completely. There aren't a lot of complicated skills. And if they were in groups, they might be able to do more locations. Completely up to you. The idea is that they see how tech tools can really enhance geography learning. This is how it looks if they use their own pictures. And they have this in their student workbook if you are using student workbooks, so they can see this is what's expected. Personalize the place mark, add a fascinating fact, and add the name up here, and that's really all they have to do. Here are they have the rubric so they can see what they'll be graded on when this is done. And I think that's really about it. All right. It sounds more complicated than it is, but please, any questions you have, let me know, because I'm happy to help you with it. Replay the video and pause at some of those portions so you can see exactly how I did that. I didn't try to go through it slowly because I know you can pause and replay. Okay, guys, have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.